Hi, my name's Greg Harvey and I work for a company called CodeEnigma who do secure Linux hosting. This is a very short video about YubiKeys and how CodeEnigma use them as an extra factor of authentication. If you don't know what a YubiKey is, they look like this. And that gold disc on them is essentially actually a button. They act as a USB keyboard, and when you press that button, it creates a secure one-time password that can, as the name suggests, be used only once. You can use YubiKey's own YubiCloud authentication service if you wish, or because all of the software required to run your own authentication server is open source, you can run your own authentication services as we do at CodeEnigma. So let's have a look at how this works in terms of protecting your servers. For that, I'm going to go over to a terminal and I'm going to try and connect to a CodeEnigma production server. Now, at this point you'll see it says authenticated with partial success. That's because my SSH key pair, which is the usual way, the legacy way that we use to permit connections to servers with a pair of SSH keys, has been accepted. However, there are now additional steps that I need to go through. And what I actually need to do is enter first the password for my CodeEnigma services, which I set myself when I first got a CodeEnigma account, and you'll have to take my word for it that I just entered that. I went over to my password vault and fetched it. After that, I pressed the button on top of my YubiKey. Now obviously this is not showing the input, but what happened is it appended a one-time password from my YubiKey to the end of my CodeEnigma systems password, and that let me into the server. So at this point there were three levels of authentication. There was my SSH key, there was my CodeEnigma password, and there was my YubiKey one-time password. Now let's say I want to do something with the sudo command. So let's say I want to just have a look at the IP address config of this particular machine. So I type sudo ifconfig. Sudo, if you don't know, is superuserdo. This is also protected. Again, on our legacy systems, this was protected by the CodeEnigma systems password. It's now doubly protected on production servers. So if I press return, you can see that it'll ask me for my YubiKey first. So I press the button on my YubiKey, and then it still asks me for my CodeEnigma system password. So I will just go and fetch that once again from my password vault, and paste that in, and you can see that then worked. So it's as simple as that. That is how the YubiKey is adding an additional layer of protection to our services. So just to recap, in order to access a CodeEnigma production server, someone has to firstly know a permitted IP address and spoof it or be at that location. Secondly, have obtained a copy of a specific user's SSH private key. Usually that would mean stealing their laptop, unless they were careless enough to leave it lying around on a USB stick or something. For that reason, CodeEnigma laptops have encrypted disks, so that even if they are stolen, the keys should be safe. You'd have to know that user's CodeEnigma systems password, and you'd also have to have physically stolen that user's YubiKey, because only their YubiKey will work with their account on that server, and the configuration is completely unique. So we hope you agree that that's a pretty secure combination of factors for protecting production infrastructure. If you want to learn more about CodeEnigma, please go to our website. It's www.codeenigma.com. Thank you.